Shake it up. We got to get on the internet. Good to be here.
Anything to go viral. You just need to throw up or something. That's all you have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My baby threw up on me yesterday.
Someone told me that you brought your baby here to the show.
Yeah, she's backstage.
She's how old? I think if I can remember, she's what, 14 or 15 months now?
That's right. 15
wow,
months.
pretty good.
And she came here for the first time when she was 2 weeks old, which is called bad parenting.
Yeah. You showed up, because we're all good friends. You showed up with your newborn.
Yeah.
She was born,
Just a
you
little
grabbed
potato.
her and ran to the studio and started handing her around to everybody. And I thought that was terrible.
Yeah, she got a cold sore from Andy.
Yeah.
That sounded dirtier than I wanted it to.
Yeah. It sure did.
I just meant like a kissy.
I'm just so glad I'm here to provide these,
I'm glad you're here, too.
to be the one you can turn to and say, this guy gave my baby a cold sore. Lucky me.
Well.
Have we gone viral yet?
Cold sores are by their nature viral.
Good one. The zinger.
Holmesies, oh breezies, everybody, as I live and breathe.
That name will never catch on.
It'll catch on.
Conesies or breezies. We pal around in real life.
We
have a
do.
good time
We saw a movie recently. It was by accident.
It was by accident. We both went to, I was playing hooky in the middle of the day. I was working on something, and I said, I want to get out of here. And across the street, they were showing...
Once Upon a Time?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and whatever it's called. And
one guy didn't know what we meant until Hollywood.
Yeah. So I took some of my crew, and we just went across the street, and I was like, I want to see that movie again, and you're there.
I saw you in line for candy.
And we were like the only people that were seeing the film, but just because it was playing at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It was a day I didn't have to work.
Yes.
And so we just sat there watching the movie. You bought a ton of candy, I
did. And when Brad Pitt took his shirt off, I leaned over to you and went, I regret the Skittles. Sometimes I forget I'm in show business, and I'm just like, and I'm like, oh, right, it's a superficial business.
Are you excited about the Oscar nominations? Do you keep up on that kind of thing? Are there movies that are nominated that make you feel like, it shouldn't be nominated? I'm mad that that's nominated.
Not really. I'm okay. I mean, in the way that I think Adam Sandler, our dear friend, was absolutely snubbed.
I thought his performance was brilliant.
I think.
Gems,
did you see Uncut?
It's fantastic.
You guys seeing the gems? This is the problem.
Yeah.
More of you need to see Uncut Gems.
It's really amazing. I thought it was one of the best.
I think they're worried that if they gave him an Oscar, he would pawn it and then gamble the money. But it was amazing. He was robbed. But I think, I love movies. I'm not too much of a critic of movies. I didn't get through The Irishman, even though I can see it. I'm sure it's an amazing movie. I'm not saying that. I just couldn't get over De Niro's digital face.
They put a young face on his current body, a very young face.
Yeah.
And some people thought it didn't quite match up.
And the voiceover kept reminding you, like, I'm a young man. I'm a young man. Like, it keeps telling you, like, I'm 40. And I'm like, his face looked 40, but you can't CGI a body.
Right.
It was still, I can feel people in LA, you can't make fun of movies. People are like, easy.
They don't like it?
That's Bobby D. I'm just saying, he had to kick somebody's butt in the movie, and he goes over and he's like, oh! and the poor guy that he had to pull over the counter, he pulled someone over the counter. The poor actor's like, all right, Mr. De Niro, when you're ready, he's ready to like jump so he can get him over, and then he like kicks him once and they're having to audio mix it for the cracking of the osteoporosis. So I turned it off.
So you turned it off, but are you noticing, is that true that in this town, when you do stand-up and you mention an actor's performance and not like it, like Robert De Niro, people in this town might get sensitive?
Well, I tried to talk about The Irishman on stage. I thought it was funny to say he kind of walks like Gumby.
Which it is.
I think so. He can be both. He can be a national treasure and kind of a Gumby walk.
Yeah.
Can't it be both?
Yeah.
Sure. So I'm talking about it, and someone heckles me. I'm on stage doing stand-up, and somebody goes, I've gotten this more than once in Los Angeles. Someone goes, hey, you make a movie. They were offended. They were like, you think that's a bad movie? You try it. It's hard to make a movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, sorry, that is not how this... I'm allowed to have an opinion about a movie, even though I've never made a movie. Like, that's not how the world works. Like, if I go to Burger King and I eat that Oreo pie they have that tastes like the box it came in, if I'm like, this tastes like crap, the chef doesn't come out and go, hey, you make a cake! You want to talk about cake? Come back when you're up to your elbows in yeast, pal! I don't have to make a cake to know that Joker wasn't for me. It just wasn't for me.
It wasn't for you. Whoa.
Wow.
On the
People do not like when you say the Joker is not for you.
How is it going in general, stand-up? Do you enjoy being on tour? Do you like being out there?
I do like it. I get to see the country.
Yeah.
You love traveling.
I do like it.
I was recently in Denver. I'm on a stand-up tour right now, and I was in Denver. It started in Denver. I don't know if you guys have been to a city that has a higher altitude than where you live, but the people that live in these high places think they're pretty special. Everybody I met in Denver was worried about me. They're like, can you handle it? How you hanging in there? Thin air up here. Can you handle it, Flatlander? I was like, it's not the moon. I don't see anybody with a fishbowl over their head. Everybody's doing fine.
Yeah.
But everybody, I landed at their weird Illuminati airport.
Yeah.
I took a left at a mural of a forgotten massacre.
Yeah.
I called an Uber. The Uber driver was terrified for me because it was so high. He was like, there's 2 bottles of water back there. Drink both of those bottles. High altitude. Get both of those bottles in you, you sea level bitch. And I was like, sir, I can handle altitude. I arrived by aeroplane. You should have seen me, 35K in the sky. I wasn't just surviving, I was thriving.
Yeah.
I had a LaCroix, I watched Joker, it was okay.
Better.
You make a cake!
You make a cake!
You make a cake!